Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the week show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile. And the first news we got last week has been some development stories for the Conqueror of the Atlas. So if you want to know a little bit more on how it came to be, the problems it had and why it became what it is, well, here's a quick, very quick story that you can actually read again if you are interested. Also, the press tour has begun for the next announcement, and actually you should be able to check all the details in the glory at 2 p.m. PDT, but that's June 2nd, which means it's tomorrow. And well, the new expansion is definitely gonna be interesting. About the sizes, they say it's gonna be in line with like Delve, Incursion and Blight, but smaller of course than things like Conqueror of the Atlas and Betrayal, and hopefully it's also different than something like Betrayal. But we'll have to see. There's also going to be, as a reminder, ZiggyD stream, streaming live the announcement, streaming live the new trailer, his insights on the expansion, and then hosting a live Q&A with Chris Wilson himself. So if you're really interested and you have the time, definitely be there for the reveal stream. It's gonna be amazing. Also, we got some unique statistics and areas for the Delirium, of course, since that's the league that's going on right now. And well, pretty much Tabula Rasa dominating all the top 10 uniques, except when you go up over level 90, where people just have the money and just want to actually take their builds really far. So basically you have people rich and with a good build getting Watcher's Eyes, Voices, the usual Aziri's Promise, always good, and that kind of stuff. And as far as map goes, well, you have the 4 most run maps, which are also the 4 T1 maps, which probably means that people get to maps and then says fuck it to this game, which is not surprising at all. I mean, finishing the story kind of leaves you with a finished feeling for the game, and continuing to into maps is definitely not for everyone, so it's pretty normal that they finish there. Well, ZiggyD says that most of these maps are actually straight, but to be fair, they are probably just some of the lower level maps anyway. Also, the top 10 areas by death, well, some of those are just the most run areas, like Cavern of Anger, everyone has to get to it, and most of the newbies probably die to Merveil or some of the monsters before that. And other zones, like the Blood Aqueduct and the Beach, are definitely there because so many players run it that it's kinda guaranteed that a lot of them will die. However, some of these zones are actually really hard, like the Rotting Core, hosting one of the hardest bosses, and the Belly of the Beast level 2 with a lot of bleed stuff, Chamber of Innocence. I mean, definitely you can see which area has bosses, strong bosses in it, and which areas just have been run so much that people have died so much as well. Overall, interesting statistics, even though not really as much as I wished. But anyway, we also got a new patch, this time bringing a beta for the new Vulkan Renderer, which is a new type of renderer that ZiggyD is implementing, and this that they put down, it's a beta and it's a basic framework which they are going to improve over and over and over, and then it will become the official renderer. And basically skipping all of the details which you might look, it's not even that detailed, but I mean, if you already do these kind of things, you don't really care about this stuff. The point is that you should have a more stable experience. You will not have really good peaks of FPS, but again, it should use the resources that you have much better, so that you should have a lot less stuttering, but you should have a much more stable frame rate even in the worst situation. Of course, this is not like God work, so it's not gonna fix all of the problems. It's also beta right now, so take it with a grain of salt if you want. You should have it already if you downloaded the latest patch. You can actually go into the graphic options and select it. It should not need a restart as well, so might be working. I definitely recommend trying it right away so that you can get your feeling with it, and if there's some bug you can just report them and help ZiggyD developing it, because definitely this is gonna be a good thing down the line, and hopefully it should actually be finally released completely with the next expansion. So Definitely looking forward to it. Every improvement to the game as performance goes, it's definitely a very, very nice improvement, and much less or much more appreciated for me as well than actually new content. Anyway, we also got a very small patch with a couple patch notes here, and one good thing is that you can now filter items without requiring to use the special characters. So Maelstrom Staff, it has this special O in there. You can now search it using the normal O, and I think this is actually a really, really nice quality of life. If you just happen to be chancing Maelstrom Staff, well, definitely really good. There's a lot of other things, and probably will help ZiggyD in choosing new names, cool names that can actually house these very strange letters. I mean they're not strange for everyone, but for most of the world who don't actually use them, they definitely are. Also fixed a lot of other stuff, which is definitely really good. But yeah, that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.